What's going on, Big Blue Nation? Your boy Big Blue Steph back at you with another video. Same day that Brian Daboll was fired, early this afternoon. Already did that instant reaction. Ain't too much more. I won't get into it. What's done is done. He's gone. Rightfully so, but he was not the biggest issue. So this respectfully goes out to our owner, John Mara. First off, prayers for your speedy recovery. I can't even say speedy recovery yet, but prayers that you get through your battle successfully and you can get back to more of a regular way of living. But with that being said, I don't think you're done. I don't think you're done cleaning up and restoring the Giants' lore, the Giants' aura, the Giants' mystique back to its former glory. You fired Daboll, understood, deservedly so. But again, this is so much bigger than just Brian Daboll. And Mr. Mara, if you decide to keep Joe Schoen, which he probably should have been fired at this junction too, I think you're making an even bigger mistake. There is no way you can say you're going to put all the blame for all that what has gone on over these last 3.5 years, on Brian Daboll solely. Yes, he did suggest for these last 2 years, Shane Bowen was his guy. Who hired Brian Daboll? That would be Joe Schoen. Joe Schoen is the architect of this team, the cook, the ingredients getter, the groceries. Alright? So if you think Brian Daboll's firing is going to mask everything else that Joe Schoen has done, we're going to be right back where we started from 4 years ago. And not even 4 years ago, I believe it was Bobby Skinner put it out there. The cycle of firing coaches, not firing the GM. Going back to freaking Tom Coughlin. This is 10 years now since he's been fired. 2015. And since that time, Mr. Mara, you ushered in a whole era of just crapness from Giants Nation. To not let that man go out on his own terms, forcing him into retirement. That's bad business, and I believe that's why we are where we are now. You end up firing Jerry Reese, 2 years later with McApoo? How did that work? You got yourself Shermer. What did that do? Got yourself freaking Joe Judge, and then Gettleman had to go again. 2 GMs, 3 coaches, 4 coaches. Like, do you not pay attention to the signs? Like, this is not gonna be cool. You wanna keep Shane, like Shane ain't a big issue. Shane is the reason why Barkley's not here, why Xavier McKinney's not here. Leo Williams, J Love, even Feliciano. I just saw his little podcast. Bad business, y'all. Joe Schoen is the main reason. I remember Malik said, "Oh, it's not the quarterback. It's not the quarterback. What is it?" He ain't want to speak on it. Respectfully so. That's your employer. It goes way beyond Daboll too. Shane is bad business for these New York Giants. He need to go too. Let alone you kept Shane Bowen. What does he do for this team? You don't get rid of the head coach? Who's calling the defensive plays? You already know Daboll is not interested in running any parts of that defense. And you think him being gone, Daboll being gone, Bowen's gonna get better? That has no footprints of Brian Daboll on that defense. Bowen is still here for what? What is he going to do? I don't envy Kafka, but hey, here's his little, let me see what it's like to be an actual head coach for a little while. See how it happens. But Shane is not the one to keep moving this team forward in the direction that we want to go. If you want to be in mediocrity, if you want terrible drafting outside of being in the top 5 or 6 picks where it's hard to miss, even though he has missed, Evan Neal, an unusable, unplayable player. You can't even get any trade value at the trade deadline. Moving up for Jalen Hyatt, moving up for Deonte Banks. Come on now. Come on, Mara. You saying, oh, there's a nice, strong, young nucleus. 4 years. 4 years. And this roster could not withhold or rise up to keep Jackson Dart at a certain level. That's not on Daboll. He don't sign no checks. He don't do contract, negotiations. That's Shane. Scouting department, that's Shane. You got these scouts all out there looking for players. You were one. Hey, you would think you'd have a lot more hits than misses. Tyler Nubin. You were raving about him last year because he played 100% of the snaps, damn near. And is he good? Would you trust him to protect the back end of your defense? Our back end of our defense is trash. Our run defense is trash. What have you done? Apparently you weren't in on Jackson Dart. That was Dabe's. You re-signed Dex. That was Gettleman's. You re-signed Daniel Jones. Again, that was Gettleman. Good or bad? Freaking Andrew Thomas. Okay? Like, outside of Brian Burns, which we can see the full footprint on that on Hard Knocks, that was you. We'll give you credit for that. Needed a dog. Were you even in on Leak? Did you want in Doomsday? Hey, but you got yourself Kayvon Thibodeau. Good player, not great. Not number 5 overall pick. Evan Neal, again, trash. What else you gotta say? Where's the depth? Where's the quality depth? One injury to any position, and we go crashing and burning. John Mara, think twice. Think 3 times. You at the end of last season, like, you don't even know if you're making the right decision. You don't want to be hasty. But you made this decision on Daboll. There was a package team. Now you separating the package. Like, Shane ain't got nothing to do with where we are. Can't get this cap thing under control. So you tell me. Are you making the right decision? I sure don't think so. I could be wrong. I'm just a Giants fan who's watched us be trash for 13 of the last 15 years. Outside looking in, maybe y'all do know more. Hey, but Mary, you chose Shane. Shane chose who? Dabols. And you're gonna trust Shane to go get you another head coach? You should think that one over. I'm out.